I think I clicked all the right buttons, Thomas.
You got it.
How are you doing? Happy Thursday.
Happy Friday Eve. We made it. We're here. It's went by quick. It felt like we just logged off 2 nights ago from the last podcast, but we're back.
About that. I have an update. Last time we saw you, we were trying caviar. First time for me. First time. And also last. I'll just put that out there now. So there's no surprise. But I kept what was left over after I dropped it on the floor. I kept what was left over in my fridge because, you know, it's $140 worth of caviar. I just had a hard time throwing it away.
Of course.
And then Kiki came around. I'm like, what better cat owner is there than someone who feeds their cat caviar?
The best.
Apparently Kiki does not agree. Kiki actually shares my opinion of cat caviar. I put it in front of him and it was like it shocked him a little. It was like, and then he turned tail directly to me. Like, here's what I think of that. I'm like, seriously? I mean, not even, and I tried to like pick up a few and like put it in front of his, he would have none of it. We were not friends anymore after that. And so I then tried to feed it to a possum that lives under our deck.
Okay.
The possum we teased out with an old chicken nugget that was in the fridge in the leftovers box.
Okay.
And it liked the chicken nugget, which Kiki would not eat also. And it smelled the caviar and also would not eat it. So I have been feeding the caviar to the fire ants. They're the only thing I can find that will eat the caviar. And the tin is almost empty. They've been carrying them off all afternoon.
No kidding.
So caviar is for ants.
I'll be dang. I still have mine in the fridge.
Do you have any ants around? Because they might.
We do. You know, I said I was going to see if the girls wanted to try it, but by the time I got downstairs after the podcast, they had already eaten dinner and wanted nothing to do with it. So, and then I left for the past 4 days. So it's just been sitting there. And I know my wife's not going to be like, oh, the caviar, maybe I'll try it while he's gone. That's not going to happen. So I've got how long does it stay good in the fridge after it's been opened? 20, how many?
I think they said 24 hours after you open it. So it's
good.
the cat category for sure. No.
Good news is tomorrow's trash day. So that's where it'll go.
That's awesome. I think that's where it belongs. I feel bad. I mean, Marshallberg Farms, the company that I bought from, they look like they go all out. I mean, they live this stuff. They've got the water quality that you can see from top to bottom of all their pools. They're crystal clear. It looks like something you'd want to drink the pool water out of where they grow these sturgeon. And I mean, they're all about fancy everything. And the presentation was great. Delivery was fantastic. The product just didn't deliver.
No.
I mean, I would have expected like something Rolex quality in that packaging with the overnight delivery rushed and the communication, we're shipping it now. Get ready. Here it comes, everything. And it was like wet salt. And
it was different. And the folks watching the show, they didn't get to know. I text you later on, maybe a little bit TMI, but Scott got the caviar burps going by the end of the show. And then we signed off and I was good to go. And then I think it was maybe 30 minutes or so later, I text Scott, said the caviar burps are real.
It wasn't the milk, guys. It wasn't the milk. I'm telling you, it's the caviar. It's a thing.
It was a thing. It was not ideal. So I won't go down that road again. There's other things I'm willing to try on pizza, but caviar is one and done. So
may I make a suggestion?
Yes.
I just came back from the store and I went and I bought some cheeses.
Cheese.
Special. No, you have to realize when I go to the store in North Carolina and you buy cheese, you have normally like 6 options: Velveeta, cheddar, Swiss, Monterey Jack, mozzarella, and pepper jack. Those are like the 6. Like if you go to the cheese, that's what it has.
Staples.
Yeah, but if you find the little hidden corner in the deli section, they have a couple options, and they've got one shelf with a couple varieties of cheddar. So all these are cheddar.
Okay.
This one is from Wisconsin, Ivan. Wisconsin cheddar.
Oh,
I don't know how long it's been aged, but it's smooth and creamy cheese. This one's been aged for years, reserve. So, and then I don't know how long this is Gruyere. I heard they keep this in a cave somewhere, like Gruyere cheese.
oh, Gruyere.
Oh, I wasn't even saying it right.
Yeah, Gruyere. That's a great cheese.
Well, I got some cheese, so maybe we can taste something that actually is delicious. We like, and I'm also in a quest to find the perfect cheese, which I had once before, lost, and I'm looking for again. So,
Havarti's a good one. Have you had Havarti?
Is that soft or a?
Yeah, it's soft, great cheese. Melting cheese, phenomenal.
Is it like a Baby Bell?
No. I've only had it come in sliced for sandwiches. I've tossed it into mac and cheese and stuff like that. Does amazing.
Wow.
I think Gruyere is a great melting cheese also, I think.
What are any of these good for just like 9 on a hunk? Because that's what I bought these for. Just a
cheddar. You can't go wrong with cheddar.
All right. Well, anyway, that might be in the future. Maybe I know you making pizza. Anything on a pizza would be fantastic with this little flavor that way.
I want to find a new cheese because I'm so stuck on new toppings.
Mm-hmm.
And traditional fresh mozz and some fresh parm and some ricotta, and then just finding toppings. But I want to find some like really crazy weird cheese that you would try on a pizza and go that route. I
would do the same. I probably couldn't find the cheese, honestly. I just don't have the selection in North Carolina. We have mac and cheese. You can get mac and cheese at a lot of stores with barbecue. We've got that, yeah. But it's if you're a cheese connoisseur, you're hard pressed to find stuff here. The variety is not here where I'm at in Eastern North Carolina. Maybe if I went into Raleigh and things like that, I could find better options. But let me tell you, I had one more update. Yesterday, I said I did a little TED talk. Had a bunch of, I was supposed to call them bras and utes, and I didn't do any of the terminology to make myself look cool. But I had a bunch of teens, some awesome kids that were curious about what I do for work, YouTube content creation. And so I took some of my equipment there and just sort of did a Q&A answering questions. And really, I was so nervous. I can say this now because it's over. But one of them is here with us. So where's King Kiddo? King Kiddo, are you in chat?
I thought I saw him earlier.
King Kiddo, Kitto. All one word. He's actually got a YouTube channel himself that he's just starting out, and he's doing some fun stuff. And let me just say, I watched one of your videos, King Kiddo, and you're completely jacked. Your muscles are. Did you do something with AI in that video? You just built like an Olympian? Unbelievable. So anyway, King Kiddo's. If you check out his channel, you'll find the video. You can give him a subscribe. He's done some fun stuff, and might give him some pointers and help down the road as he's starting out his channel. But it's
awesome.
Let's see, bruh, dude, and don't forget to miss. No.
Oh no,
it's not that.
Polite one. That's not a thing. While we wait to see if he says hi in chat. How you went to do the TED Talk? What is the organization or the group? How did they?
It was a church group.
Part of?
Okay, it was a church group. So I've hung out with them and been to activities and things, larger groups, like when we went up and filmed like the Pioneer reenactment hand cart thing. It's that same group.
Okay.
This is a portion of that group. So just some cool kids from this general area right here around Greenville, North Carolina. And
cool.
It was just really cool. So I took a bunch of equipment that I had to last night and this morning rebuild my studio. I don't see King Kiddo in chat. Let me see. He might not be able to.
Are any of your kids in that same group?
No, not this group.
Okay. I was gonna say, because like halfway through your TED Talk, they're like, "Wait a minute, he's lying. Let me tell you what he does here."
No, I might have told too much. No, it's funny because you share the numbers about YouTube, like 115 million channels out there. 3% of them are monetized. Of
Yeah.
those 3%, like less than 3% of those make over $1,000 a month. I mean, it's just like it's tiny.
Yeah.
There's a ton of competition. Every minute, there's 500 hours of video uploaded to YouTube, which is just crazy. I mean, think how many, that's 720,000 hours of video a day they get uploaded. So competition's stiff, but there's a lot of opportunity to find somebody who's interested in what you're interested in. And so if you've got a hobby or an interest or a craft you do or something like that, and you want to share with other people, YouTube's a great platform for that. And you can connect with an audience that will appreciate what you do. So
it's a pretty awesome platform. As you know, and you've even shared it once, but my brother,
thanks, guys.
diving into it.
Mhm.
It's really
How's
cool because
how's he
outside
doing?
of, I haven't looked. I've been on the road, and I saw 3 different channels upload videos that are not in his category, but their thumbnail reminded me of exactly like what he does now. Let me see if I can find his channel. There he is. He's up to 167 subs.
Sweet.
He's got 28 videos that he's put out there. They look phenomenal. I really could have used one of his videos twice in my travels. And I woke up the next morning. I sleep with a fan.
Mhm.
I can't do TV and this and that, but I can do what he's got playing all the time. And it was until the next morning when dang it, I could have used my brother's channel for this one. But it's super cool because if you have equipment and all that and your phone bill, if you just want to start with that, YouTube's a great platform because there's no cost to just start uploading
Yeah.
and just get after it. It's pretty cool. It's a neat concept.
Yeah.
And
That is
now
awesome.
when that's that you read me think, now I know why all the data centers are popping up. It's basically for YouTube.
File storage for all these people who are uploading to YouTube. Susan, thanks for gifted 5 memberships. That is super kind and generous of you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm gonna have one of my kids put this cheese in the fridge because I think it should be refrigerated, even though it's packaged tight. Cheese has to be cooked cold, right? Hey,
Ideally.
Little RA, can you put this in the fridge for me? And while you're at it, I've got these dill pickles that also would be better cold. I figured the dills would be a great palate cleanser between cheeses, right? Is that not?
I've never tried it. I don't know. Oh, here you go.
Hey, King Kiddo, welcome. Awesome. We were just talking about you. We were asking if there's a video I watched of you getting ready to fight a bad guy in a mask. And in part of that video, you've got your shirt off and you're doing push-ups and pull-ups. And I just have to know, was that AI enhanced, or are you claiming that is entirely you're just built ripped like that? Because A, I'm jealous. I never looked like that when I was your age. And B, I'm jealous. I don't look like that now. So anyway,
he may respond. You'll never know.
I'll have to talk to his dad. Say, tell me honestly, was that AI? Was that AI enhancing the muscles? So it was.
Is he in the gym every day?
So, hey, my son who knows him says that's not AI.
Oh, okay. There's proof.
That's impressive.
Oh,
he says, no, that's my brother. Okay. Well, you guys, which one was wearing the mask? Anyway, you guys will have to watch the video. It's a fun little video.
I'm team Melissa on this one. What's wrong with
the dad bod?
Thank you.
I'm a big fan. My son's cracking up back there. He's jacked.
King Kiddo, you're gaining some subs throughout the evening. Some people have chimed in that they've hopped over to your channel and given a sub.
What I love about it is I wish I got started doing this a lot earlier. And King Kiddo, you might change your channel, what you do, like 20 times. You know, if you decide to stick with YouTube and keep going content creation, you might switch to a different genre, open up a new channel, try exploring different things, and that's awesome. But the things you learn by just putting out a video and trying to cut it together and what do you cut? What do you keep? How do you keep people interested in watching the metrics of people, watching videos? That'll serve you no matter what you do. So that's awesome. So big shout out. I had a blast. I think the people who were there at the TED Talk enjoyed it. A few of them afterwards really wanted to stick around and ask some questions and play with some of the equipment and the big hit. I don't know where it is. I've got a little electric fan that I brought so I could dust off some of my equipment. That was the favorite toy.
The little one that's like crazy powerful.
That you can like clean leaves off your yard. Yes, that's that one. I brought that. So that was the big hit.
Those are incredible.
But anyway, that was a gift. I don't know who sent that to me, but somebody had sent that to me when I was trying to clean my computer, and they just sent me one, and it was awesome. So anyway, what we have stories to talk about. We have some fun stuff and some less fun stuff. That
have you ever seen the show? It's on Prime. Mm-hmm. Do you know who Jeremy Clarkson is?
I thought the only Clarkson I thought was a singer, like
Kelly. That's Clark.
Kelly.
That's Kelly Clarkson. So Jeremy Clarkson, he's from London, and he's a big Top Gear guy and all the Top Gear.
Okay,
videos.
So cars. I've probably seen him. I just don't know the name associated with his face.
Yes. So he's so here we go. Yeah, I did the car show out of England. Like, he's phenomenal. Mm-hmm. He's a media person too. He's a journalist and everything else. And this is where I'm going with it, is he's got a show called Clarkson's Farm. So he bought, I want to say it's 100 acres, just an hour outside of London. And he knows zero, right? He's a car guy and he's a journalist. He's like, I'm going to buy a farm.
I change oil, not birth lambs.
Correct. So you are right on it. That's the whole premise of the show. And so he has a crew that follows him around, and it's a documentary, and there's a little bit of overlay from time to time where he will narrate, but often it's just real-time stuff. It's really it's really cool. So people love him and hate him, which I've learned through watching it. But it's not this silver polished, he comes in with no knowledge and just turns this into a beautiful thing. It shows him failing time and time again.
Oh man.
He hires a young lad that farmed that farm for the prior owners, because Jeremy didn't know a thing about it, what to do. So you've got this 20-year-old kid that's bossing Jeremy around all over the place. They banter, they talk a whole lot of crap. But the narration, the comedy, the talking, it's a blast to watch. My wife and I are addicted. We've watched the whole series, which they're still making, over 3 times to keep catching up to the new stuff because we love it. But one thing that's interesting is he's constantly finding new ways to make money on the farm instead of only the wheat and the rye and the lambs and some of the cows. So one of the things he did was bees. He calls a guy that does bees, and he opened a little farm shop where tourists can stop and come in and buy things that are grown on the farm.
Wow.
So he's like, I'm going to do bees and do, honey in the raw straight here from the farm. And it's phenomenal because he's in a bee suit for the first go around, and he's still getting stung like in his ankle. Yes. And then yes, Susie says it's great. It's effing hilarious because he loves cursey words for sure. And the big thing is there in the UK, some of the people love what he's done for the area, and then other people hate it. They're like, you've commercialized it. You've brought in a gazillion tourists now when it was our own little, but he has driven the economy there and saved a lot of stuff. Wow.
With bees though.
So one day he goes to harvest the bees because this bee guy is not there, and he drives his Range Rover all over his farm to do everything.
Because he can.
Yes. So he extracts some of the hives and the honeycombs, and he just puts it right in the back of the Range Rover, and then he's in his bee suit and just hops in the car, and they're in the back, just buzzing around all over the place inside the car. And he loves the cursing words. So he's, on this drive while the camera's following him, and you just hear like beep, ow, beep, beep, beep the whole way down the road. Yeah. Beep, it's
oh man.
But
I couldn't do that.
No, I couldn't do it either. That's terrifying. But anyways, check it out if you ever can. It's pretty funny. He's very, very witty, and he's a very intelligent man.
Yeah.
So even though there's some cursey words, a lot of the humor is pretty spot on because he has a lot of verbal judo that he'll plug in the narration that if you're not paying attention, you won't catch it. It'll go right over your head. But
That's the subtle British humor I love.
mhm.
It is so amazing. I loved that going over to the time I spent in England. The humor when you catch it is so rich. Is so I mean it can be over the top sometimes, but the subtle stuff is so good. Bees.
Bees.
Speaking of bees, and a lot of them, I the buzz sound of when they're by your ear,
Oh,
it triggers a reaction in me that I cannot stop. And it involves a shrug, like you're like I'm trying to pretend I'm a turtle, where I'm like, get rid of, hide the head, right?
yep.
And and like swat and duck and start running, which I think is the universal signal to bees to attack. Which
Correct.
I'm not sure why the two naturally just work out that way, but I love the idea of honey. I love the idea of having bees. I had some friends back in Utah that had bees in their backyard, and they were on like 0.12 acres. Okay, it was a postage stamp.
Wow.
You can mow the yard in 30 seconds, and they had 2 or 3 hives of bees in their backyard.
No,
And I'm like,
thank
well,
you.
what? I thought you needed like fields and flowers and clovers. And he's like, no, they go out and find that. And he's like, come watch them. And they come in, and the bees, they fly up and then they take off. And they're out of, because there's nothing for like, a couple blocks any direction. And so they fly up and then they go out and gather and they come down and they just down and into the hive. It's like,
Yeah.
my neighbors don't even know I have them. It's probably a good thing because they'd complain to the HOA and say you can't do that.
Can't have bees.
But yeah, I've always loved the idea. My dad's raised bees. My sister has a hive right next to her front door that I didn't even know was there until he told me. They're just amazing, and then fresh honey's amazing. But bees aren't always appreciated where they are.
No.
And there's nothing worse than when bees are being moved and something goes wrong.
Agitated bees.
Or just displaced bees, for that matter.
Yeah.
I know all the beekeepers will say when they're swarming, when they're docile. They're docile. They don't sting. You can scoop them up with your hands, and people do. I'm not the people.
Oh, and I don't trust people when they tell me things like that.
South Texas had an incident not too long ago where a semi truck full of bees
It's a lot of bees.
tipped over, and the bees came out. Millions of bees came out. First of all, it's tragic for the bees because if the queen dies, the hive basically dies. They don't. There's nothing you can do at that point.
Right.
They'll basically go around looking for the queen and starve themselves to death trying to find where to go. But 20 million bees overturned on the freeway. They were able to collect some of them, but the video that goes with this looks like something out of like if Stephen King had made Birds about bees, it would be at that video.
Yeah, exactly.
What it's showing.
Yeah.
The guy's wearing a white beekeeper suit, but it's black because he's just covered with bees everywhere. Oh man. What would you do if you were driving behind the truck that
And that tipped over?
yeah, on your motorcycle? Well, I'm going to make it a little harder for you.
Oh. It's from one who's been stung by a bee while riding the motorcycle. It's extra painful because it hits you and then it's terrifying.
It's like getting hit with the rock and then stung for good measure.
Right. If by chance I was behind said truck and if I had any way to identify it had bees before it tipped over, I would pull over and go another way and be long gone. I would not follow the truck, period.
Ditch the bike,
Yes.
run to the closest neighbor's house.
Yes.
Oh,
That is a miserable feeling. But that many bees tipping over near a neighborhood to where authorities had to lock down the neighborhood. They had to send out messages saying, everyone stay in your homes, keep everything shut, closed, and locked. You're thinking, oh no, it's Cavalcante again? What's going on? They're like, no, it's
Must be
bees.
serious. The SWAT team's here.
Must be serious. Nice.
The SWAT team. Anyway,
Be serious and SWAT team.
yes.
Oh,
I don't know. I know that that beekeepers love that sort of news because they're like, call me up. As a matter of fact, a lot of beekeepers will try to publish their name and number, get it everywhere. You know, if you see a swarm, call me, because a free beehive, which I guess I'm not sure what the rules, the laws are. Once the bees are released, they're anybody's.
are they freebies?
They're freebies. Yes. But that's sort of how it's, you know, if you collect them, you got to keep them. It's finders keepers for bees, which I guess is not frowned upon in the industry because the alternative is, you know, losing the hive.
Yeah.
And I guess like if there's a lot of bees like this, I imagine some of them were returned to the owners. But I'd move is what if that happened in my neighborhood. I'd be like, I'm sure about 50 of these hives just decided to move into somebody's rafters, and I'm gone. I'm out of here.
Yep. It's so apparently plenty of individuals came out to help beekeepers and whatnot. Each one of those guys probably got stung nearly 50 times, and that's part of the job, Mr. Moore said, and it still hurts. It's yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
Bees. I couldn't do it. There's a video, pro golf tournament, and they're doing some commentary, and the camera's kind of panned out so you can see the few guys on one hole with their caddy standing there, and then all of a sudden everyone just starts like falling to the ground, laying down, and everyone's like, what the heck is going? You can't tell from a spectator's point of view or on TV, and the cameraman can't tell. They have no idea what's happening, and it was a swarm of bees started moving in. And so everyone just hit the deck and laid down as flat as they could while the bees just swarm. And then another camera angle shows the dark cloud just moving over everybody. It was a swarm of bees. And they're all nervous, hanging around, going, "What is happening here?"
Yeah. I'm out. I remember vividly the last time I got stung by a bee. It was on my arm. I was metal detecting. I was up American Fork Canyon in like scrub oak, right next to the wilderness area, as close as I could legally get to the wilderness area and still be able to use my metal detector without violating federal law. Okay. And I'm in this like steep hillside scrub oak, and I got stung on the arm, and I'm like, oh no. And I just went into charge mode on trees. I plowed through there. I probably lost more blood from the scrapes and scratches than any threat the bees were to me. But I left. I was done for the day. I'm out. Love this next story because it's, even though it's not metal detecting, it goes along those same lines.
This is right up your alley.
Having personally found something, I'd like to brag. I found a gold coin. I found a $5 gold coin from the 1800s, and digging that up from the ground and, you know, unearthing it, it was just like, it was, I know why Blackbeard did what he did now. Okay. Finding treasure is really cool. No, actually he stole it, right? I think Blackbeard stole the treasure and buried it. Maybe I had it backwards.
Finders keepers. Huh.
Yeah. But imagine you're 6 years old and you're out exploring on a field trip with your teacher, and you see something that gets your attention, and it's something that gets everyone's attention. Because it's a sword, a rusty sword from the Viking age.
Ancient Viking sword.
Ancient rusty Viking sword. This Henrik, where was this at? Was this in Norway? I think it's in Norway.
Norway. Yep.
Yeah, which is where the Vikings are, or were originally. But he pulled a 6-sided iron sword known at the time as scramsax, also spelled scramasax, for those of you who are keeping notes, and it was meant to be sharp only on one side to increase the weight behind its cutting ability. So it was a chopping sword.
Yeah,
probably for things other than cheese, I'm thinking.
Probably.
But he showed the teachers the rusty piece of metal, and they quickly contacted cultural authorities who confirmed it was historic. And I think the next time you get to see it is at the Museum of Cultural History in Oslo, where it has been sent for preservation. But
That's
he's like,
pretty
can
rad.
I keep it, please?
Keep it? Yeah.
I found it. It's mine. I get
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that's pretty neat.
That's really neat.
When was the Viking Age, though? For those of us who are not up to date on our ages.
Well, that question is perfect for this point that I find really interesting.
Mhm.
It says, while it could have been of Norwegian origin, it might have also been forged in France, as the earliest date falls before the Viking Age and in the middle of the, can't pronounce that, Merovingian period.
That's how I would have said it too.
Yeah, so we don't know. Well, someone knows the Viking Age, but as far as the sword goes, that's crazy.
That is just really cool. 1,000-year-old sword was fished out of an Oxfordshire river with a magnet. That was a Viking sword as well. So apparently Viking swords are turning up all over the place. If you ever wanted to look for one, now is the time.
Now's the time to go.
His was 1,300 years old.
That's crazy.
1,300.
What's neat about that too, he's 6. And so his parents and the other people are, saying, you have, look what you've done. This is incredible. You have no idea. And he's like, yeah, I have no idea. So as he gets older and he reflects back on it, when he can fully understand what's going on, then he's going to be like, holy cow, I did that when I was 6 years old. I found that. It's going to be really neat.
They should name it after him.
Ooh, I like it.
This is Henrik's sword. You should get some sort of finders. I realize in England, there's like they have the antiquities law over in England that's different than ours. In the United States, the laws about antiquities are written to prevent anyone from finding them or wanting to discover them. Okay. Because if you touch them or do anything, suddenly you're getting sued and prosecuted, and everything's taken away and confiscated. And in England, they have a system in place where the finder gets part of it. The person whose land it was on gets part of it. And I'm talking by part of it, I'm talking about the value, because the museums bid on it.
Right.
It's like you've discovered an eBay auction in your name and everybody wants it.
Yeah.
And you get to split it with the landowner. And I think it's amazing that way, because A, it goes to a museum, so people get to appreciate it instead of just having it disappear into somebody's attic or closet or something.
Right.
And B, in the ground, it just goes away. Metal rusts.
Yeah.
Unless it's gold, some noble metal. But
anyway, I agree. And the payment, it's a little bit of motivation for me to give it up for others to enjoy it. And yeah, I'll get a little bit of cash instead of hanging on my wall. And so it's
a little motivation goes a long way.
Yeah.
Just telling somebody they did a good job or a thank you can get great behavior for a long time. As a matter of fact, the next story goes right in line with this. This will just make your beak drop. This one's out of Canada. A Canadian woman is getting thank yous for thank you presents from a murder of crows. A murder is a flock. When you're talking about crows, it's a murder for some reason. I think Edgar Allan Poe had something to do with that. But she rescued one crow from the gutter. And now the birds follow her around and bring her shiny objects, little bits of metal, buttons, coins, and the like.
So cool.
If this doesn't scare you about animals, I don't know what will.
Yes.
But she saved one. What happens if you made one mad? Would they not do the inverse of this, and suddenly you become marked forever?
The movie Birds comes to mind when all of a sudden bad things start to happen. I don't know. Did you see the last part about it though? Besides the goodies,
what's that?
The best part is when the crow she rescued comes to say hi, and she knows that it's the crow because of the little band they put on its ankle after they saved it and brought it back to life, basically, and then released it. So it flies by and comes to say hi to her.
I'm trying to figure out what some of the presents are that she gets from these crows.
So to me, it's an owl pellet. It's what it looks like.
That's not good.
No.
Owl pellets, for those that don't know, owls have a tough time digesting a lot of their food. So they swallow it, digest it, and then instead of having it pass through the normal way, it goes in reverse.
Just
And they're back up it comes. I didn't want to eat that part. And
yeah.
so those presents are not as neat as the coins and the dollar bills, because you can train crows to get money for you. As a matter of fact, that's the only reason I want one. To find money for me. You come and stick it in my little piggy bank. You've seen videos where that happens. This was before AI, so it's a real thing. My dad had a pet crow when I was small, says Fran. It would sit on his shoulder when he clinked a glass and beer bottle together. Wow. Trained it. They're smart. They're smart.
They are smart. So it shows I was going for a walk with my dog, and a crow flew over and dropped this beautiful feathered bundle at my feet. It's a little bundle of dried feathers, and she's got it in her hand. I guess that is, in a bird's mind, that would be a gift to the human. But again, to me, it looks like an owl pellet.
Oh, thank you. Just what I've always wanted. I'm going to put this with my other one,
right,
on the shelf. Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, my biggest takeaway is the scary part that clearly they're talking to each other, and they're doing so in a manner that's effective enough that their other birds are recognizing her from what the first bird told them.
Right. So, like you said, if you do the inverse, then they're communicating, saying, "Hey, we need to make life hard for that person over there because their son was shooting a pellet gun at us yesterday. So now we attack."
Stephen King was right. That's what I'm hearing. Oh, man. Don't be mean to crows. Maybe it's just the crows. Maybe the little mockingbirds aren't the same way. I'm hoping. A mockingbird is the only one I've really had a problem with lately.
Well, personally, right?
Personally. I think there's a mockingbird that personally has a problem with me. And
I believe this.
It was the one that would sing outside my window.
Yes.
In the middle of the night when no other birds are up to hear it. And there was no reason for it to do that all summer long.
When you say the mockingbird that would sing, it just brings me right back to Dumb and Dumber when they're in the van. They're like, "Mock, yeah, yeah, bird." Yeah, I just pictured that mockingbird up there just having a heyday with you.
Oh, man.
They're smart birds. Birds are smart.
Too smart.
They are too smart. We have 2 birds, pet birds, and they're stinking smart.
They're incredible. We've talked a little bit about some world records. We talked a little bit about hot dogs.
Yeah.
Do you want to take this one? Because it combines 2 of our loves, world records and hot dogs.
It is. It's in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking hot dogs and world records, Legos for one.
Where beer is prevalent, I might say. It might have been present in making this decision.
100%. Does one of your kids, aren't they really good with Legos?
By good, they can hide them in places where you never think I would step.
Okay.
So yes, they're really good with Legos.
Yes. So the family I was visiting in Colorado, their young son, who's 6, is phenomenal building cities of Legos and these towns and all this stuff. So I'm going to challenge him to assemble 65,000 Lego bricks into the shape of a bratwurst and bun to break the Guinness World Record for the largest Lego brick sausage, done by Tommy Schmidt, 45. So the idea for the unusual project came from sausage producer Die Thuring. This is a different one.
This is beatable.
It is, because you could add one more. There's a picture. It looks like potentially Lego mustard is laid across the top. So someone could just add a strip of Lego ketchup, and then it's 65,400.
I bet it doesn't look the same from the back.
I bet you're right. It's funny how pixelated it looks because of the Lego bricks.
Let me see if I can show this one.
Looks like the camera's out of focus. Um, but it's a big Lego sausage. And he says, I've always enjoyed taking on unusual challenges. When the meat and sausage producer, Di, from my region, approached me with the idea of building something out of Lego, we started developing the concept quickly together. It became clear to us that it had to be something big.
Trying to see if I can show the picture here. Just 1 second.
In my home region in Germany, the bratwurst is a local specialty that has since been known around the world. There it is. Congratulations.
The bun is lacking.
Very much so. It looks like it's in the middle of a lemon.
Yeah.
An orangish lemon.
Squished orange around the middle.
Yeah.
I guess Guinness doesn't care about looks as much as the number. They're more math related. But
yeah, because we could sell that as something else, not a bratwurst in a bun. I mean, you can make because
maybe a croissant. It's like a bratwurst and a croissant, which nobody eats, right?
Yeah.
It just seems like an easy one to beat, right? What do you need? You need massive amount of Legos. If you're buying them like this, these are not the specialty figurines. They're super expensive. These are probably ones you can get in bulk, pretty cheap.
Generic Legos.
And you need what, 4 colors? Yeah. Probably need more. I'm thinking you need more of the orangey ones for the bun than he used.
Yeah, there's a big gap right there in the front of the bun missing. That's like should be.
I'll say this: if you can open it up and peel the bun off and add relish and things like that, I'm going to give him extra points for that. That'd be worth it. But this looks like something that a couple kids on a weekend could probably break.
I would agree.
Not just break the Legos, but break the record.
Right. I wonder how long it didn't. The article didn't say how long it took him to do it.
Let me ask AI.
Ooh.
How much it would cost.
Okay. So the finished model at bratwurst with a bun and a line of mustard on top officially claimed the record with a length of 6 feet and 6.7 inches long.
How much would it cost to build a Lego model out of 65,000 average Lego building bricks? Let's see what our investment would be. Some of this we have to get the podcast out there somehow. Estimated the total cost for 65,000 bricks. I'm using expert Grok on this.
Oh, good.
I get to ask 20 questions a day to Grok on expert mode before they cut me off. They say, you need your own data center if you ask any more than that. It's a Lego pickle record. I don't think it has to be a pickle or a brat. It's just the number.
No, I think Matthew has an idea. He's saying, we need to do a Lego pickle.
If only we knew a really famous law firm that could sponsor around $2,000 to $4,000 for used bulk genuine Lego, or $6,500 to $10,000 for new official Lego bricks. That's a steal, Matthew. And we could even put your name on the bun.
I love it.
We could make this happen.
Yes.
That's really cool. No, 10,000 is a little high.
A little steep.
Yeah. Hang on, somebody's asking if this is me. It might be a scam. Not delivered.
Uh-oh. More cables?
Hi, there's the Scott's number. Yes, not delivered.
Interesting.
I don't know. I'll figure it out later. I could see the $2,000 one, because that would pay off. Spending $10,000 to make a hot dog, that I'd start questioning my sanity.
And you don't get paid for breaking the record. You gotta lean on what media outlets want to pay you enough to come talk about it. Yeah. And I don't think
Oscar Mayer might chip in.
Maybe, right?
Those wiener trucks aren't cheap. They make a bunch of them.
This is true.
You could If I built the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile out of Lego
Well, now you're
and
talking.
glued it together so they could keep it and drive it around like it was a hood ornament on the Oscar Mayer truck,
How big would you make it?
it would be like a mini one on top of the big one.
Okay.
It would be like it's like the space shuttle riding on a jumbo jet type idea.
Yeah.
I think you'd have to keep the one on top sort of under the height of the ends of the Lego mobile because the hot dog mobile is like a upside down rainbow, right? So the legs of the rainbow, that's like safe height for bridges and overpasses and things like that. So you'd have to use the space between the top of the middle and the top of the edge of the hot dog. I think that's the parameters you're dealing with.
I've got bad news.
What?
There's no official Oscar Mayer Wienermobile set produced by Lego. However, Lego enthusiasts and master builders have created highly accurate custom replicas that you can build yourself using instructions and parts available online. And then further down, Bruce Lowell Design, one of the most famous and widely shared fan builds, recreated the classic. You can download the digital part guide and gather your own pieces here. And it's a downloadable PDF that shows step by step on how to make it.
But how big is it? All I need to do is make it bigger than theirs, right?
I'm not going to ask Bruce. Oh,
how big is your Wienermobile? Yeah, it's a tough conversation to have.
Yeah. It doesn't say size. Well, there's many links,
but it doesn't matter. No, it's just the accuracy is. Yeah. Anyway,
for another show idea, brilliant ideas we get on this show.
This next story, this actually sort of hit close to home because when I drove across the country, when we went on our little field trip and stopped we went to the place that had like all the biggest rocking chair in the world, the biggest mailbox in the world, and the biggest pencil in the world, and all. I don't remember where that was. I think it was in Indiana somewhere.
Yeah.
But when we went on that trip, one of the places we stopped was at Walt Disney's farm, like where he grew up.
Okay.
And there was a tree on that farm that he would sit under and do his daydreaming, and they're saying that's where the ideas for some of the things that he later invented, as far as the characters and Mickey Mouse type ideas, began as underneath Walt's dreaming tree. Okay. Well, that tree tragically died. And
how old was that tree? Did you know that?
I don't know.
It's old, right?
But here's my next one. Without giving too much information, my mom has a tie with Robin Hood.
Okay.
At least I think so, because she was born in Sherwood Forest.
Okay.
Like it's an actual place in England. Like that's what she was. I think she was like in the ambulance going to the hospital in Sherwood Forest when she was born.
Wow.
That's how I remember the story anyway. And so Sherwood Forest has a tree, sort of like Walt's tree.
Okay.
But it's the Robin Hood tree.
Oh.
1,000-year-old oak tree. And sadly, it too has passed away.
No.
This year, it did not put out any leaves, which is how we can tell when trees are alive.
Right. Yes.
And by the crunchiness of their branches. But Major Oak, as it was known for, with ties to the legend of Robin Hood, where they claimed, in the stories that the Robin Hood and his merry men would hide in the hollowed out tree, like inside this tree. This was a massive trunk of a tree with like folds and hollows and things like that.
Looks so cool.
They'd hide from the sheriff of Nottingham. The tree is 11 meters in circumference.
Wow. Big tree.
Hundreds of thousands of visitors every year. And they did extensive conservation efforts where they were even propping up branches, like so they had supports so that the weight of the tree would not, cause it to break, like any pecan tree you've ever seen. You ever Sherwood? Trisha. Terrace Sherwood Bruner. There you go.
I think it's Terry Sherwood.
Terrace Sherwood is how I read that. Even though you
Like,
said I'm a Sherwood and it's Terry Sherwood. I'm really good with pronunciation. It's one of my strong suits. But yeah,
names are hard when they're all put together.
and across the room in a small screen.
Yes.
Anyway, it's the most famous tree in the UK, and they think that actually the fame of the tree was its downfall because there were so many guests that would come and visit the tree that it compacted the soil, and
I
that
can
made
see
it
that.
for the oxygen and water and everything else to not be able to reach the roots effectively. And so tourism, us ourselves, starved to the tree of oxygen and water.
Of
It's
course.
a downer. It's a
That is
downer.
downer.
Maybe they can make a lot of Robin Hood bows out of it now, though. I mean, so the wood's got to be still good, right?
Something's got to come out of it. I mean, you can't just let it go, haul it off, and burn it, right? Make something. I bet some neat furniture gets made from it.
And it goes to like the queen. It's probably the queen probably owns it. I'm trying to see where this is at. If it's in, who owns the tree?
Oh, despite its death, Major
Mhm.
Oak will remain standing in Sherwood Forest, where conservationists say it will continue to provide an important habitat for insects, fungi, birds, and other wildlife for decades to come. There we go. So it's going to keep serving a purpose.
I don't know if decades is going to
Well, to
work.
be optimistic,
I,
it'll decay and
you've heard
crumble.
my three trees story, right? I have three trees in a field next to me,
Okay, yeah.
and I found them, and it's a big field in the background, and these three trees used to be at a home site. The home's long gone, and so there's a big pine tree, there's a oak, and there's a stump of a trunk of something else that I don't know. It could have been oak, but it was hit by lightning years ago. All the branches are gone. It's just this straight trunk. I call them my three trees, or these three trees. I started an Instagram page where I
Yes.
would take pictures of these three trees every day, and I've got every type of sunrise, sunset, weather situation, day, night, moon, sunrise through the trees, sunrise behind the tree. I've got every type of um, picture you can imagine. But just in flipping through those pictures, that trunk of the tree is deteriorating rapidly.
Oh,
I just don't think that decades of this major oak tree, especially with the size it is, it's gonna rot,
yeah.
and it rots from the inside. Hmm. Sad. Take pictures while you can, people.
Yeah, get out there.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. So I know obviously the trees, it's a living thing, right? But people are going to be sad to see it go, especially people with history tied to it. Have you ever, kind of going off topic, but I'm using a tree to get there.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt genuine sadness about like not a pet and not a human, but something like leaving, whether you had to sell it, give it away, throw it away, something? Generally sad, and almost to where you talk to it a little bit before you said your goodbye.
I might have shed a tear or two over my kayak before I got rid of it before I moved here. we'd been many miles on the water together, but no, I see that. Yeah, I've been connected with things, non-living things, probably to an unhealthy amount
Yeah,
in some
it's
ways.
kind
But
of it's kind of wild how, because like I said, I know the trees, it's living, but you can't communicate what it doesn't talk back to you. You can hug it, it's not going to hug you back. It's a tree, but there's history and there's things behind it. And it just got me thinking about how many people this is going to affect, and they're going to be sad reading the news of this. And then I thought, some people will say it's just a tree, and then those that know the history and have seen it and everything else, like, I mean, that is not just a tree. Um, and it's crazy. Mine was actually, Melissa, a similar thing. My first car after Matthew unalived it. Mine was my car before my current car, because I guess it was the time of life when I got it,
yeah,
and I traveled back and forth across the country in it, and it's been a great car for me, and there's nothing wrong with it when I upgraded to my new car. And so I was really sad. I put it in storage because the plan was we're going to keep it for our daughter when she gets her license. And so I remember putting it in storage and like saying goodbye and like patting the hood like 4 times before I could close the storage door and just
Yeah.
let it sit there and no longer be driven. I remember thinking, man, I've stabbed him in the back, that poor car, for everywhere he's taken me safely.
You feel guilty getting into another vehicle and driving away. It's like, I'm
Yes,
sorry. I'm sorry.
absolutely. And it's the weirdest thing when you go, it's a vehicle. It has no idea who you are, what's going on. You're
Yeah.
turning on a computer and you're hitting. But it's kind of wild how humans can feel that way about certain things.
The sentimental connection
Yes.
is crazy. And then there's things that I thought I really needed that I don't, that I never used. Like for my high school yearbook, I can count on one hand the number of times I went back through my high school yearbook and looked at it. And it was when I accidentally found it when I was looking for something else. I'm like, huh, yep, that's my yearbook. My wife threw it away. She
Oh,
it got disposed of. And I thought, why did you throw away my yearbook? It's like, that's my yearbook. I've got like people signed it and they said, roses are red, violets are blue, summer's here, and aren't you glad you're not in school or something? They wrote like poems in it for me, and I had pictures of me in cross country and like shorts that were way too short and things like that. And I thought, it really doesn't mean much to me.
right.
I never looked at it. And it brought me no joy. And I didn't even like high school to begin with. So
Right.
why keep it? But so that's, I guess, the inverse with sentimental value.
That's funny you say yearbook. I had them, and I don't know. I need to reach out to my dad and see if they're still laying around the house. There's been many a time I want to look up and see. I want to flip through that and see what's going on because I get Facebook friend requests from time to time now, and it's been so long and so long ago that I'm like, I think I remember that individual, but I'm not sold on it. But I kind of want to flip back and see. And then I see individuals that I clearly remember and know and have memories with. Like, I want to remember what they looked like and how school was back then and flip through them. But I don't have them in my possession. So I need to see if I can find where they are.
Nowadays, all that I'd use it for is if we did a court case in that area. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I went to school with this guy. Let me see if I can find him in my yearbook. Yep, that's him. That's him. I knew he'd be up to no good.
I knew what he wrote in my yearbook was a little sketchy.
Something was off about him. He's the only one who signed in pencil. No, I don't miss anything that was written in my yearbook. Like there's no friend that I had that wrote something that was so impactful that I'd be like, oh man, I wish I still had a picture of that or I could flip to it. Maybe someday I will. But
right.
we were just doofuses. We were dumb. We were silly, just, and not even in a good way. So
guilty is charged on that one for me.
I would probably more value a clean copy of the yearbook. It has no writing and no markers circling people's faces and writing horns above teachers on certain pages that we didn't like. That's probably what I value more than the copy that I had.
It's just true.
Oh, Thomas, do you have a good week ahead? You have some good stuff planned?
Yes, going to try to do absolutely nothing. The month of June is winding down, and I've been on the road almost the entire month. It feels so good to be home. In fact, I finally got home about 1 o'clock in the morning last night from the great state of Florida, where it's more humid than it is in North Texas. I couldn't believe it.
That's terrible.
But no, I've got some things to take care of around the house and for the girls, which I'm excited to do because it's here at home. So how about you?
I've done most of the painting, and I need to just put some flooring in the little closet here in my studio. Other than that, I'm sure there's stuff on the list that I just haven't got to that page yet. So I'm going to flip the page of honeydews and see what the next list is about. I'm pretty sure the outside, just trimming the foliage, that all the greenery that's trying to take over my house needs to be cut back. And then I've got to throw away the caviar can. It's out on the deck.
Thank you. I'm going to do that tonight. Yes.
Thank you. It's awesome. And then I'm going to line up some, I don't know, you want to do cheese testing next week? Do you want to find a cheese? And
I'm in.
Okay.
And we're not accepting any shipped cheese from anyone. We're going to pick our own cheese to just try.
So we can... No nominations unless it's in text form. Yes. I'm going to use like some Triscuits.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, Thomas, thank you very much. It's been a blast. Have a wonderful one. We'll see you.
Indeed. You too, Scott. Thanks.